I thought about IamX maybe two and a half years ago. We were in a transition period as a band, which was Sneaker Pimps, and we were trying to complete a fourth album, which wasn't really working at the time. And I'd written some songs for this album, and I was very passionate about those songs, but they didn't fit with the new direction of Sneaker Pimps. So I decided to use them for my own project. So IamX was born. But I think any solo artist always has a burning desire to be free of their chains, so to speak. I think it's this side that I don't live in everyday life, but I live probably on the stage or in videos or in the records, in the studio. It's not an act. It is definitely something which is probably more natural for me to be, which is quite scary, really, because my whole life has been built on being calm and balanced, and you grow up and you have to act a certain way, you have to be a certain way to fit in with society, and then this thing comes along for me, which gives me the opportunity to be however I want to be, and that's quite it's quite scary to be in that position. It's strange that I don't actually feel like I have actually become X. It was just something that I wanted to play with, really, as a name. If I had become X, I think I'd feel too safe and comfortable, and probably wouldn't be making music anymore. On the other hand, X, or IamX, has become a kind of alter ego, a monster, a beast, an animal that is taking over a little bit, taking over Chris Corner anyway. It kind of is sex. Stage is like having sex with 500 people. It's like this sort of kind of goose pimple feeling that you get when you sing a certain note and you can see that people have been affected by it, and you're more affected by it because they're affected by it, and it's this kind of snowball effect. I'd like to believe that it's possible to have a calm life and an exciting life, and to have a good balance between the two. That's what I'm struggling for at the moment. I don't know if it's possible. I go on stage, and maybe maybe deep down there is something that inside me that wants to do all of this stuff, that really is desperate to be, famous and all this, and I'm just denying this, I'm lying to myself, who knows? But for that moment, this stage moment, there's an hour of sheer kind of craziness and mess and intense emotion and freedom and animal kind of reaction to stuff. And then I leave the stage, and usually I don't want to see anybody, and I don't really want to talk about it. it's usually something from deep within rather than going out and listening to other people's records and saying, I'm gonna make it sound like that, I'm gonna make it sound like this. I mean, as a producer, I guess you have to be aware of how things are done, you know, how you record a bass drum or how you do this. But I think you get to a certain point where you're bored with the technicality of production and you want to just fuck things up and you want to do things the wrong way. And I think for since the beginning of IamX, one of my philosophies is to do things the wrong way. And I think that's really important if you're doing something in the independent music scene. And this is, I guess, the idea of you know, the title, The Alternative, is an alternative way of doing things. We do this with management, we do it with the record companies, we use independent record companies. And I think that is probably my inspiration at the moment.
Live